Kiza Besigye, Uganda's fearless opposition leader, the man who has stood against tyranny for decades, is wrongfully imprisoned and facing a sham trial in a military court under Yoweri Museveni's iron-fisted rule. Museveni and his cronies want us to look away, to shrug and say, oh, it's just Uganda, that's how they work. But we will not look away. We will look into Museveni's eyes and stand by Uganda, because it is the pearl of Africa. Because Africa will either rise together or sink together. Besigye's story is one of transformation, courage, and betrayal by a system he once fought for. He started as a doctor in the early 80s, saving lives at Mulago National Hospital before fleeing into exile in Kenya, where he worked at the Aga Khan Hospital and Kenyatta National Hospital. In 1982, he joined Museveni's rebel army, the NRM, where he became Museveni's personal doctor in the Bush War. When Museveni took power in 1986, Besigye secured senior government positions, rising to Minister of State for Internal Affairs, National Political Commissar, and later the Army's Chief of Logistics and Engineering. He married Winnie Byanyima, a powerful Ugandan politician in her own right. But this is where things get interesting. Besigye saw the rot within. In 1999, he wrote an explosive document exposing how Museveni's government had become a corrupt, tribalistic kleptocracy. That's when the machine turned against him. By 2001, he was challenging Museveni for the presidency. And from that moment on, the harassment, arrests, and torture never stopped. Every election, Besigye has been a thorn in Museveni's side, challenging him in 2001, 2006, 2011, and 2016. And every election, Museveni has responded the same way: rigging, intimidation, and violence. Besigye has been beaten. He has been jailed multiple times. He's been pepper sprayed at point-blank range by Ugandan police. And now, Museveni is using his military courts to silence him once and for all. But we, the people, must not allow that to happen. What makes Uganda's governance wars even more tragic is the fact that when it comes to global politics, Museveni forcefully champions Africa's sovereignty. He has stood up to the West when they try to bully Africa into submission. He has refused to be a puppet of the East, keeping Africa's interests first. He has defended African sovereignty in international negotiations. But here's the ugly, disgusting irony. Museveni fights against foreign bullies only to become the biggest bully at home. He terrorizes his own citizens. He imprisons his political opponents. He destabilizes the Democratic Republic of Congo under the pretense of security while plundering its resources. Africa, Tosha, enough is enough. We cannot allow these power-hungry presidents for life to keep suffocating us. Whether it's William Ruto in his first term or Paul Biya and Museveni in their 100th term, we must have zero tolerance for bad governance, zero tolerance for dictators, zero tolerance for stolen elections, zero tolerance for corrupt sellouts. And let's never forget, Kiza Besigye was arrested in Kenya last year, handed over to Museveni in an evil alliance between Museveni and Ruto. These people protect each other. They trade oppression like currency. And they believe that we will do nothing. Fellow Africans, we cannot be silent. Sovereign power belongs to the people. We, the people. Let's use that power to secure the freedom of Besigye, Samuel Lubega Makaku, his co-accused, and thousands of other political prisoners, not just in Uganda, but across Africa. And while we're at it, let's also secure the freedom of 1.4 billion ordinary Africans who continue to be shackled by neocolonial global financial, educational, and food systems.